So here we are, part 3 of my self-build journey with Harry van Gorkum. As you saw in part 2, I found the land, a lovely spot of land out in a village called Mattershaw in Norfolk. Six full-service plots. And I put an offer into the farmer, and he accepted. We went backwards and forwards, and we came to a middle ground, and he accepted my offer. So the first thing that happened was that his estate agent contacted me saying, "Can you please send me your solicitor details so we can get the paperwork going?" I haven't got a solicitor. I don't know a solicitor. I'm new to the area. As I said before, I've just travelled back from America to England, so I have no contacts here. And you may be in the same boat. You may not have ever used a solicitor before. I was under the impression I could just use a conveyor to do the conveyancing, get the local searches done, get the title searches done, make sure the land is owned by the person it says it's owned by, and there's no sort of serious problems with it. But you need a solicitor conveyancer to do all the paperwork, to basically take you through the stages of local searches, drainage, land rights, no footpaths, etc., no tree damage, all that kind of stuff. I can't remember the official terms, but there's a list of all these things you have to have done. Now, I'm a cash buyer, so in theory I can avoid a lot of those bigger searches and just do local searches. I know the land is good, and also have the advantage of another couple who are doing the same thing, have got a conveyor as well in plot 1, and they're probably doing a more detailed search than I am. But whatever you do, you have to somehow find a solicitor to do this. So I went online and looked at various local solicitors. Some got back to me, some didn't. Some who were recommended to me by the estate agent came back with outrageous quotes of between £1,000 and £2,000 to do this. I'd budgeted about $700 to do it, and that seemed pretty excessive. So I went to the good old Google and typed in land conveyancing solicitors, and came up with one company called Legal, got their paperwork here, Home Legal Direct. Now they basically, you fill in what you want. They're a kind of middleman between you and the solicitors. So you fill in what you want as far as, I said, land for, land plot for sale, bought, where it was, what kind of conveyancing I need done. And then a lot like those sort of other sites, the quotes were then sent to me by various solicitors who would handle that. Now, 3 of those that came through only did houses. When they found out I was doing land, they said, "Oh, we don't do land." Or if you are doing land, the quote, which started off at £400, suddenly went up to £800, £900, £1,000 again. Because for some reason land is more expensive to buy than a house, which doesn't really make sense to me, because there must be less paperwork for land, because it's just a plot of land. The searches are pretty easy. It's not a house. You don't have to really study the house and the history of the house. It's just a piece of land, and in this case a piece of a field. Anyway, that took a few weeks. No, it didn't. It took a few days going backwards and forwards, and in the end I found one company, in fact a solicitor up in Bolton in Lancashire, who took on my case, and they do it all online. So everything you do is online, which is, I've done before. Actually, I got a mortgage that way back in America. You have your own portal, and you go and you do it step by step by step. So the first 3 things I had to do was fill out all the documents of where the house was, where the land was, who the owner was, who I was. I had to do an identity check on me, and then they came back again saying we need to do a full conveyancing pack. That's another £300 on the top of the 600. They quoted me £652, which was the best deal I got. And so we're going to go. I'm going with that one. I filled out my paperwork. I've said I just need local searches because I'm a cash buyer. It's only if you have a mortgage that mortgage people want more searches done. I'm confident the land is okay. So that's part 3 of the series so far. As I said, first thing is, what was the first thing? Well, deciding to do it. Second thing was finding the land, buying the land, and that's where we are, buying the land and doing the conveyancing on there. So next step will probably be foundation. On Thursday, that's in 2 days, I'm meeting the builder at the plot to discuss the foundation and what is needed. He's already given me a quote, but we'll talk about that later. So we're going on to foundation next, which is really the biggest expense apart from buying the house and buying the land. So, see you then.